Twisted Fate going to be the last ban as well. Neither of these teams want their opponents to have the Twisted Fate pick up. It's been banned against both Ambition and Rapid Star so far. So the last ban, interestingly, some of these bans, the Twisted Fate ban with both of these teams in their quarterfinals played Nocturne mid against TF. And there's the
Kale ban event. Yeah, that doesn't surprise me at all. Yep.
It actually does surprise me a little bit when you already have MF banned. Because that synergy has been really good.
That's very true.
But Helios finally going to, well, Flame looks like he's actually going to play Olaf.
Certainly could be. Ooh, Kha'Zix. He made it through.
He did slip through the cracks this time.
Rapid Star's a pretty great Jace player, so I would assume that he's going to be equally terrifying on Kha'Zix.
Now, the thing about Kha'Zix is this may be a very clever bait by Blaze into getting them to pick Kha'Zix, because if they run a fast push comp in the style of Najin's Sword, Kha'Zix not awesome at defending turrets. So that is going to be a big advantage if they go all out with the poke.
That's actually very true, yeah.
And Olaf with a high level of undertow does help that poking situation.
And a possible Sona pickup as well for Mad Life. Will they stick with it?
Mumu. There we go.
All right.
So,
looks
no
like
MF this time, but we will see the Mumu Kha'Zix combination is still very powerful. No Lulu.
All right.
So
taking that away from Lust Boy.
Yep, and we're going to see, there we go, Diana.
Yeah.
Well, I guess Rise maybe the pickup again. Ambition is known for his Rise play, unlike Rapid Star, by the way. Ambition has many games on Rise and a big history with Rise, even though we haven't seen him play Rise a lot this season.
Yeah, and there's a lock-in, so Rise for Ambition, and probably going to see the Amumu for Helios. We will wait for the lock-in. There it is. So Helios going to be jungling Amumu, probably our most popular Season 3 jungler.
Yeah, definitely. Him, Cho'Gath, and Lee Sin we've seen by far the most.
Oh, yeah.
And the Lee Sin pick may now come from Azubu Frost, even though Cloud Templar didn't do very well with Lee Sin. It's not really his style of champion, but it is popularly picked in order to hard counter jungle Amumu and get some early kills, because Amumu very vulnerable in like levels 1 through 4, 1 through 5 in the jungle, and Lee Sin easily able to outduel him and get solo kills.
Yeah. Woong is like, can I play Annie? And they're like, no, no you can't, you have to play Graves.
Oh wow, Woong might be playing Graves.
Yeah. Graves Lulu.
I don't know if I've ever seen Woong play Graves, Doa.
You know, it's an interesting choice. I mean, Graves is a little bit more mobile. He's very tanky. He's a bit more forgiving of a carry. And you combine that with Lulu just being able to keep people alive in like nearly any situation. It's a pretty powerful lane. And
it'll be the Jar Man.
Yeah, well.
Coming down. Rapid Star will probably be playing this in mid lane against Rise, I imagine.
Yeah.
Or it's going to be Kha'Zix mid. Rise is, I don't know, maybe it'll...
You know, we have seen Magnoon play Kha'Zix top.
Yeah, Kha'Zix top. Kha'Zix top is the thing. Shine may be playing Kha'Zix top. Soaz from Fnatic, also a famous Kha'Zix top player. Very, very viable. Rebird also.
Bottom line is these guys are going to play these champions in whatever lane they want to, and they're not going to listen to us.
In fact, Frost may not have decided where these champions are going yet. Rise is pretty good against these champions with gap closers simply because Rune Prison is not a skill shot. So it really helps him. And Nunu Ashe.
I was going to wonder if they were going to bring out the Nunu Caitlyn.
Well, I thought that originally, but once we saw the Amumu and the Rise picks, it seemed unlikely that they would be picking up that Caitlyn.
Ashe is really good against Graves, too. I mean, she's got that W. She can poke from a long way away.
There we go.
There it is. So it will be Caitlyn Nunu.
It will be Caitlyn Nunu.
Speaking of poking from a long way away.
Yes. However, Rise not so good. He's got very short range spells. Kind of a mixed bag that we're seeing from Azubu Blaze's team comp right now. I thought with Olaf they may be going more in the Najin Sword poke direction as we saw, especially once Kha'Zix popped up.
Well, if they do send Kha'Zix mid, you know, I mean, sending Caitlyn Nunu against Kha'Zix mid could be something that could push down that turret very quickly too, so that they could have that in mind.
That's an excellent point.
I don't know how they do against Jarvan mid, but...
Well, I'm not sure where Jarvan would go. Jarvan is the kind of jungler that Cloud Templar would play. He has a lot of utility. So not out of the picture. And so Mad Life here as we tick down, waiting for the critical pick to see if we can sort out this team composition that Azubu Frost is planning right now.
Come on, Rammus. Oh, Karthus. All right, so we'll be a jungle Jarvan most likely then.
Yeah, I think that's likely. Shy is much more likely to play AD assassins like Zed than Cloud Templar is, so almost certainly Jungle Jarvan. Yeah,
there it is. Yeah. All right, Jungle Jarvan. And everybody shuffling around to their appropriate positions. And we count down to what could be the final game for today. We'll have to see if Azubu Blaze can come back and tie the series up 2-2. Azubu Frost wanting to end it right now, and they're going to end it with a fairly strong combination. I mean, you've got Kha'Zix sleeping in there. You've got Wild Growth on him potentially. You've got Wild Growth, actually a lot of Wild Growth potential on Kha'Zix, Jarvan, and, you know, Karthus if need be, just to keep him alive for that AoE going a little bit longer.
Well, I have to say, I really like Frost's comp.
It's pretty cool. Well,
the thing about Frost's comp is that against Amumu, they have a team that is very short range, but they have a team, Frost's team with Graves, Karthus, Jarvan, Kha'Zix. This is an all-in team. In a team fight, they must like just charge into the enemy lines.
Pretty much.
It doesn't really matter, of course, if Karthus dies. So the Amumu ult not going to be as efficient against him as it would be against a champion that wouldn't matter if he died, because he's still going to be outputting that damage. And the short range from Ryze and Amumu and Olaf also going to be very, very helpful.
Yeah.
It's all going to come down to Captain Jack's positioning. Caitlyn and Nunu is an extremely strong combination in Season 3, and I'll talk about that more in just a second.
Yeah, here we go, guys. Game number 4 between Frost and Blaze. Let's get in the game. And here we go, guys. Azubu Blaze versus Azubu Frost, set 4. If Azubu Frost wins this, they will take the lead in the overall semifinal series. They will win the first best of 5, but if Blaze can win it, they can force it to go to that Game 5 blind pick, and I would not mind that one bit, Monte Cristo.
I wouldn't mind it either. In fact, I hope we see that tonight. Game 3 was so good. I have to say, I was a bit disappointed by Game 1, but they're ramping it up.
Yeah, they certainly
are.
These
Azubu teams, and Game 3 was an absolute gorgeous game. So if you guys are just tuning in, these teams are all warmed up now. We hope to see another fantastic game here in Game 4.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, Caitlyn Nunu. This is a lane that can push towers. It can bully in lane. The number of headshots you can get with Caitlyn's passive with Nunu, absolutely ridiculous.
Yeah.
It solves Caitlyn's main problem in the mid game. And Caitlyn's main problem in the mid game is that she doesn't have an attack speed steroid. So there's a very awkward point in the game, which you Caitlyn players will know, which is you have some damage items. You've got your Bloodthirster, you've got your IE or whatever, but you don't have enough attack speed yet. So you kind of hit this lull in your play where you're not able to output as much damage as certain other AD carries in the late mid or early late game. And of course, once you hit 6 item builds, Caitlyn is very, very strong no matter whether there's a Nunu in the game or not. But Nunu does the amazing thing of keeping Caitlyn strong 100% of the game. And that is very, very useful. And also her ability to punish people for leaving tower. And Ravistar going to take blue buff and going to be going bot lane while they 2v1 in mid.
Yeah, interestingly enough.
Well, and this is what's so funny about this, Doa, is that Frost is running Graves Lulu. This is the quintessential Azubu Blaze lane. And Blaze loved to use this lane to take early towers.
Yeah, but he may be in trouble here. There's a nice glitter lance from Mad Life. They're not going to capitalize on that.
No, he's just...
Oh, Templar waiting in the bushes. Is Helios really going to do this? He is. Oh, man, Helios running into disaster. There's the flash to try to chase him after he flashes, and he barely gets away. That was a really close call for Helios. And Mad Life not giving up just yet. Woong quick drawing in there, rather. Ruined Prison on Woong. That's a tongue twister.
And now Mad Life coming out there trying to take this blue buff, but I don't think they're going to be able to get it. Blaze doing a good job.
Oh, Mad Life. He may be in a little bit of trouble here. Buckshot will push back Ambition a little bit, and they will be able to retain their blue buff.
So a lot of effort expended by both teams there to get that blue buff, but
yeah, no kidding.
It's going to go over to its rightful owners in Azubu Blaze.
Yep.
Woong heading back to the mid lane, and now they've switched it up. So, as I was saying, this is the quintessential Azubu Blaze lane, and nobody knows the power of the Graves Lulu lane better than Captain Jack and Lustboy.
Yeah.
And they used this lane to devastating effect in many games throughout 2012 to push down turrets extremely, extremely quickly. They were the masters of 2v1ing with this lane, and so the immediate switch is to stop that push because they know exactly what Frost wants to do with it.
Look at this.
Yeah, this
Woong
is
and Mad Life coming down.
and they're going to keep the switch up. They're going to say Karthus with blue buff able to actually hold the ground against the Caitlyn Nunu lane.
Yeah. They're going to try to come down behind Ambition here, too. And they may get him. Ambition could be in trouble. He's going to need to get a perfect root prism. He hits Mad Life, past a flash from Mad Life to slow him down with Glitterlance, and Woong gets the kill and barely gets away. Oh, man. Here comes Captain Jack and Lustboy, though. They need to make a run for it. He needs to speed up Woong, man.
Yeah, they're going to go ahead and get out of that.
Yeah, they're going to be fine. Yep. Mad Life taking some damage. Taking a lot of damage, actually. Ooh. Whoa, nice juke from the built-over Peacemaker.
Now the problem is that the Nunu Caitlyn lane excels at taking down these turrets, and if you give them a big opening like this, well, finally we see Templar coming down to protect this turret, but if you let them have a good wave on a turret, they will take it down nearly immediately, and Rabasar going to go ahead and farm out those raids.
Yeah. I agree with whatever you just said.
Yes, we had a producer
I didn't hear any of it, but
screaming in our ears.
Very loud.
Extremely loud. We can't even hear each other when it happens.
Yeah. The extremeness is the same amount of extremeness that we see from Captain Jack and Lustboy pushing this lane right now, doing a lot of damage to those minions. But that's not very hard to do, Monte Cristo.
No.
Minions are not very strong.
All right, so the lane swaps continue as we have now an even stronger Woong. He's better than he was before.
Yep. Oh, and there's a Whimsy on Ambition.
And this is the problem.
Nice.
Rise has laning issues.
Oh, here's a problem for Shy, though. Bandit Shot's coming in. He tries to leap away. He does manage to escape, but that did cost him a little bit. Had to use his flash there.
So Captain Jack and Lustboy now continuing their merry way. And look at how hard Frost is following. They are just relentless in their pursuit of Ambition. By the way, look how well it's worked. Ambition, 14 CS.
Yeah.
Rapid Star now up to 42. Their lane swappings are absolutely crushing Blaze at the moment.
Yeah, and they're going to actually crush that turret too if they decide to. Nope, they're just going to go back. Content to have that pressure there.
And the only advantage is that Flame is out-laning Shy pretty hard up there.
Yeah.
So, but Shy's been behind in lane all the games pretty much so far, that he's been able to come back and make himself relevant late.
Yep.
So kind of taking a bullet for the team so that everybody else can get an advantage, and then using his extreme skill and great game decisions.
Seems to be working so far here. Helios thinking about getting in there. He does not yet have level 6, so Curse of the Sad Mummy is not really a worry for anybody at this point.
Lulu's so awesome at pushing turrets, and one of the main reasons is because it makes autoing turrets really, really easy for Graves or for any other AD carry.
Yep.
Because as soon as the other team starts to engage on you, even if they have a superior force, one glitter lance prevents them from doing any kind of counterattack whatsoever.
Yeah, you just whimsy whoever is the biggest threat. You glitter lance the rest of them, and then you can shield whoever you need to.
Yeah,
so
free turret autos. Yeah, absolutely. Got a great toolkit for that, and Graves, of course, able to bully people out of lane very, very easily with the buckshot.
Yep. Speaking of bullying, Flame doing a lot of bullying to Shy here. Looks like he has upgraded those Void Spikes, but he's going to need a little bit more than that to push back Blaze or Flame.
What? Kha'Zix has a Tear of the Goddess.
Oh, okay. Now, it's gotta be for sustain,
Well, it's gotta be for sustain with his Void Spikes, but it's also gotta be for a Muramana, which is not a build I have ever seen on Kha'Zix before, so...
AP Kha'Zix, let's go. Do it.
Well,
it's time.
Yeah, Muramana will add to his AD late game, but...
Well,
it's gonna be wild to see the amount of damage that can do with an isolated target with Taste Their Fear. Wow, that could actually be huge. This might actually be a brilliant build that we're seeing in the making because it gives them the extra mana in lane to continuously cast Void Spikes.
Oh, look at this great zoning by Templar, actually. They want this turret. They want it dead bad, but they're barely not going to get it. They will soon, though. That turret does not have a lot of life left, Monte Cristo.
No, it does not. So Ambition still trying to survive in this mid lane, but he's over 40 CS behind Rapid Star right now. But Wung hasn't been doing a great job of farming either due to all the lane swaps.
Yep.
But he does have that first blood, so he's about even with Captain Jack, all things considered.
Yeah, now Captain Jack went right away for that BF sword too, though, so he's going to be able to clear out quite a bit of stuff himself, and he's going to have a really easy time last hitting.
Yeah,
so that's going to help him kind of extend that lead.
Yeah, absolutely.
And you know, where he doesn't really have any worries in lane. Oh, Captain Jack has some worries out of lane, though. He gets in the arena, gets out, here comes Requiem. Cloud Templar trying to pick up the kill, and he will. There's the poke.
Bit of a miscommunication right there.
Yeah.
Templar able to secure the kill with the Dragon Lance, but Wung flashing anyway, so that flash will be down on Graves for quite a while.
For 5 minutes.
Yeah, that's not good. A little overzealous use of the summer spells, but they did manage to get the turret and the kill, so all things considered, still a very worthwhile trade as Frost goes up by 2K.
Yep. A good start for them as well. And this will really set an interesting tone for our match on Friday if Frost is able to come into this and win 3-1.
Yeah.
After losing the first game, you know, coming back and winning 3 in a row like that.
Oh, Shy's in trouble, though.
Oh, he is. He does Void Spike out. Has to use his ultimate there.
Yeah, that was actually really nice.
Yeah, good move. But it's a dragon for Azubu Frost. They're going to continue to extend that lead up to about 3K right now. A little under 3K. And Rapid Star continuing to farm. Look at that. He is nearly 60 CS ahead of Ambition. That is a huge, huge lead for 10 minutes into the game.
Yeah, and I have to say that the lane swapping, really a great plan by Frost to kind of put Blaze on tilt a little bit, especially Ambition. And it's a good plan against Ambition because, you know, we've been talking about, I keep saying, like, Ambition doesn't lose his lane, Ambition doesn't lose his lane. Ambition is a very cautious mid laner.
Yeah.
And so by constantly putting pressure on him, especially on a champion like Ryze that requires a lot of farm, they're really going to be able to shut him down.
Yep.
And making Ambition uncomfortable is worked magnificently thus far.
Yeah. I mean, that's really one of the strengths of getting to scrim against the same team every, you know, single day, essentially, is that you do get very intimately familiar with the weaknesses of each player on the opposing team a lot more than you would just studying someone before a match for a week or something like that.
Yeah, a great Caitlyn trap there, by the way. Captain Jack throwing a trap right above the red buff because Frost has been using that as a highway to circumvent the wards the entire game thus far. So actually a very, very good counterplay from Captain Jack to prevent the Wung Mad Life gank that was incoming. And they're going to come right back. See, they've actually put a vision ward in that brush right now because they want to keep that clear, absolutely, because that backdooring of the bot lane has really been a lot of their success.
Yeah. And Flame still doing a pretty good job in the top lane. Getting a lot of farm done. It looks like it's a big push from Frost coming down to mid lane. Ambition continues to feel a ton of pressure here. Helios coming in. Doesn't really have a very good opportunity for his ultimate just yet. There's not a lot of damage to follow that up, so they will just be content with saving that turret for now.
Yeah, and now that Ryze swapped his ult, they do have a window of time before that Curse of the Sat Mummy can actually be used effectively again. They must have the Ryze ult up in order to make the most of that.
Yep. You know, I just realized the cannon minions just ride like the scariest Segway ever constructed. I think it's terrifying, man.
I don't know. I'd ride a Segway with a cannon on it.
Well, yeah, being terrifying just makes it more appealing. You know, I mean, anyone can just put on their bicycle helmet and ride their regular Segway around, but if you put a cannon on the front of yours, that's awesome, man.
It makes you some sort of Segway pirate.
That's right. Or like Segway Roman warrior person. I don't know. Ironically, in the movie Gladiator, all the chariots were actually just modified Segways. Behind the scenes, Monte Cristo. Nobody knew.
Well, I certainly didn't know.
Russell Crowe, you know, I guess he didn't ride a chariot in that movie, but everybody else was just leaning forward slightly, and that's all they needed. The horses were CG.
Amazing.
Shy having to leap out of there.
Know.
The more you know. Yeah, it's true. You know. Cloud Templar. And look at Wound just quick drawing through the traps. Nice.
That was actually very cute.
Yeah, that was a good, well, it's a good way to get rid of them really fast.
It's a good way to get rid of two of them with one stun.
Yeah, it's brilliant, man.
2 traps with 1 stun.
2 traps, 1 stun. And here comes Cloud Templar coming in. Welcome to the arena, Captain Jack. Here comes Requiem as well. Helios jumping in to try to finish off Cloud Templar, but a pretty good wild growth there. We'll save him for a little bit. Lust Boy in trouble. Yeah, he's going down, man.
And the Mad Life double kill.
Mad Life double kill. Bloodthirsty Lulu, man. She keeps popping up.
She does.
It's all about the Bloodthirsty Lulu.
It absolutely is. So Rapid Star, you'll notice actually to get the cloth armor early there in order to survive that 2v1 lane that he was in, or 1v2 lane rather. So
I like seeing Lulu 2-0-1 in a game, man. That's how it's supposed to be.
Yeah, Shy just having the roughest time in the top lanes these games. He's had virtually no help from Cloud Templar, you've noticed.
Yeah.
And that is kind of put him behind just a little bit. He's been all on his lonesome this entire series so far, but he, like I keep saying, he's managed to come back each and every game that he's played so far today.
Helios kind of in the top part of the map there, so maybe he can help him out a little bit, but ultimately, you know, as a jungler, sometimes you just have to decide who lives and who dies, you know?
Well,
it's like your lane is not worthy.
The thing about Flame is he may be outlaning Shy, but in the late game, in the team fights, Shy is outplaying Flame. And that's the big difference. It doesn't seem to matter how big of a lead.
I want to... Oh, go ahead.
Go ahead.
I just wanted to make a comment about that ward that Mad Life just put down.
Oh, yeah?
Everyone should know that you can throw a ward into that bush from the safety of that wall. Because I've seen so many supports just try to skirt the corner and be like, oh, I hope they don't get me while I'm warding this. It's like, no, man, you can just go behind it. You can just ward from back there. It's perfectly safe. Just do that. There's a PSA for everybody at my ELO.
Well, very true, Daw. The safe ways of warding, you're learning.
Because we're talking about a lot of high-level League of Legends stuff here, too, but it's good to give tips to the rest of us.
Cloud Templar coming in behind onto Captain Jack.
That's right, and Captain Jack may be in a little bit of trouble. Wild Growth allowing that knockup to happen again, and that is an easy pickup. Easy kill on Captain Jack. And he can't be too happy about that one.
I want to point out something, too. Rapid Star, of course, already having that Rod of Ages, and while Ambition chose to, of course, get the Tear of the Goddess first, a good kind of benchmark for professional play for Rod of Ages is somewhere in the, like, 13, 14-minute range. And right now we can see that Ambition at 16 minutes, yes, he spent a bunch of gold on that Tear of the Goddess first, but he doesn't even have Catalyst yet. So Rapid Star is just going to stack up that Rod of Ages, and the late Rod of Ages delays your build so much because you have to wait longer to actually get the maximum benefits from it. It actually is pretty disastrous in a lot of ways. So that late item really going to be punishing Ambition, and it shows how hard Ambition has really been shut down this game.
Yeah, despite his ambition.
Despite his ambition.
Despite his namesake, he's in trouble. Ambition, though, he's come to top lane for some action. Shy getting poked a little bit there. They just want this turret. Can they get it, though? Shy needs to be kind of careful about this.
Shy can just keep spamming void spikes, though, so he's just going to ult and get that unseen threat over and over and over again, so he can't be chased and dove under that turret because he'll just constantly have that slow.
You know,
push it back.
I'm a little bit surprised, actually, that Ambition came all the way up there. I don't really know what he had planned to accomplish with that, you know?
Yeah,
because it's not like Flame wanted to go back or something like that.
Yeah, and they didn't do much damage to the turret.
Yeah, exactly.
Worth a try, I guess, testing the waters to see if it could be shoved, and just coming back mid to farm. He didn't have anything else to do in mid lane, so he might as well have gone top, really.
It's like, someday I'll unroll this giant scroll. I'll find my time.
So, I want to also make a point real quick. So we've talked about...
Oh, Flame may be in a bit of trouble here. Getting caught by face checking that bush, trying to get away. There's Ragnarok. Can they catch him? Requiem coming down. Oh, he flashes out of the arena. Requiem, not enough. And a lot of stuff used there by Azubu Frost for no kills.
Well, gotta give, you know, normally you see talking about Flame's build here real quick. Typically you see a...
Oh, here comes Flame and Ambition. They want to try to do something out of this. Ambition gets a Rune Prison on. Cloud Templar gets very low. He's going to standard away. And he's going to be perfectly fine here. Shy able to cover the retreat with the Void Spikes.
All right. Is it safe for me to talk now?
I think so. I don't think there's anything going on at this point. You've got a couple seconds, man. This game is so action-packed suddenly.
Yeah, it really is.
Wow.
Okay, so basically, quickly, we see Flash on Olaf this game because of Jarvan, able to get out of the arena right there, which has also necessitated him to build that fast Shirellia so he can make maximum use of his ultimate. So instead of a Warmogs, Shirellia is first for Olaf. Not typical, but this is a situational build against Templar's Cataclysm.
Yeah.
Second off, talking about how far behind Ambition is. Well, getting Ambition behind also caused Wound to get behind in terms of CS. Oh, look at this. The Golem starts attacking them.
Lucky break there.
Wow, that was actually...
I can't believe that happened.
So I guess the trap actually gives vision to monsters and minions.
I guess so.
I don't know how else that would have actually happened besides the trap somehow triggered that Golem. That was 100% bizarre.
I've never seen anything like that, man. They're going to try it again. They're going to make sure that the traps are there. Woong. And really? Is that... Really? Okay, here we go. Woong coming in. Doesn't step on the trap. He's going to quick draw around. There's a Glitter Lance. They do have to disengage, though. And Mad Life, wild growthing himself to try to get the knockup, but it doesn't work.
They burned both Blast and Cleanse, though, so that was actually pretty valuable.
Yeah. Mad Life may be in a little bit of trouble here. Has to flash over the wall, but Helios is right there. That's absolute zero. Bot ultimate's used, but in the end, it is a kill for Captain Jack.
So, until that point, what Woong and Mad Life had done, and with the lane swaps when you're trying to get Ambition behind, of course the question is, well, these lane swaps are going to hurt our AD carries farm as well. So, how can we maximize this? And by picking the Lulu Graves lane with such high early game damage and burst potential, they got those kills. And look at Mad Life, 2-1-2. Look at Woong, 2-0-3. Yeah. So even though he's 30 CS behind, they've managed to make the plays to make the difference between Ambition and Rapid Star really, really shine here.
Yeah.
So they made the trade, and then they did one better and also got the kills in this very important situation. It's an extremely smart pick.
Flame coming in, he throws the undertow. Templar coming in, he gets him in the arena. Flame trying to make something out of it. Here comes Requiem to try to secure the kill. There's Ragnarok, gets popped. Can they get him? Shy just needs one more Void Spike, and he gets it. He may pay for it, though, and he does. Ambition gets the counter gank. 1 for 1.
Pretty easy.
Lane for top lane.
Yeah, pretty easy. They play there all around, and not a lot of threat to moving Ambition up there at this point in time because they've already lost mid and bot. So definitely, I think a trade in Blaze's favor. They're going to get some damage now down in this top turret as well. They force Cloud Templar off. So
Helios trying to just protect the middle lane at this point.
Yeah, let's see if this top turret goes down. Looks like it will.
I think it will. Well,
because Rapid Star's coming up to save it. But
a little bit too dangerous there to stay.
Very close. And
would have had to one-on-one Rapid Star, I suppose, if he wanted to get that turret. That would have been a little bit dangerous.
So Woong and Mad Life now going to back off as they shove this turret forward. Lost playing Captain Jack coming back for the defense.
Defense.
That's right. Defense.
Indeed. And a ping going down. They see them.
I just absolutely love Woong playing Graves against Captain Jack. This Graves Lulu lane is so funny if you've been a Blaze fan for a long time. The fact that Frost is using it.
They're hiding in those bushes again. And here we go. Woong jumping in on Captain Jack. The Glitter Lance does miss. There comes the net. It's going to help him get away. Here's a huge leap from Shy, though. Gets the slow with the Void Spikes. Woong trying to secure that kill on Captain Jack. Can he get it? In the meantime, Lustboy dives back. Oh, what a huge Rune Prison! Ambition, again, being just absolutely clutch. Mad Life in trouble here, too.
That was a massive overextend by Woong, actually. He should have just let that one go and refocus. They may have been able to get the turret in that situation.
Well, he knew they were going to get Lustboy, so he wanted to make it, you know, a 2-for-0, but yeah.
Very greedy play.
Yeah. Oh, Woong. Mad Life at about a little under half health right now. Cloud Templar coming in on Helios. Going to push him back a little bit with some damage.
Yeah, they had to back off.
Yeah.
Captain Jack returning to lane right there, making it just a little bit too dangerous to stick around now. Shy on the run.
Oh,
Ambition not going to be anywhere close to getting that Rune Prison, though. They're going to try and set up for Dragon. Shy now controlling the outside, getting that angle, then popping back to recharge his unseen threat.
Oh, look at this Flame jumping in on Rapid Star, but it may have been a mistake. Rapid Star chasing. Flame trying to get away. He's going to try to dodge those Qs, and he's doing it so far. So low. There's Requiem. Is it enough? Yes. Rapid Star gets it. That's going to lead the way for the Templar to jump in as well. Void spikes after the lead for Shy. Captain Jack on the outside of the fight, doing a lot of damage. Mad Life coming in, getting the kill on Helios. Bloodthirsty Lulu strikes again. And a 2 for 0 for Azubu Frost, and they're going to take this top lane turret as well.
Yeah, that was an absolutely huge play for Frost, and they're doing exactly what they need to do in order to win. A lot of the Amumu dominance that we've seen here in Champions Winter has been a result of teams not really playing correctly. You really don't want to fight in a 5v5 battle against Amumu if you can avoid it.
Yeah.
So the Cardinals pick here.
Oh, Ambition making a bit trapped. Shy coming in, he gets Rune Prison, he may be in trouble. There's the ultimate from Shy, trying to get that unseen threat on, and now it's a very seen threat as Rapid Star picks up that kill.
So I want to talk about the way that the brilliance of Frost Comp and the way they're using it. So you don't want to fight a 5v5 right now against Azubu Blaze with that Amumu and that Rise. Like that's very, 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 very dangerous. Blood Loyal Caitlyn, of course, also dangerous. So instead, what they've done that is so smart is they picked Karthus with his global presence with Requiem. And then what they've done is they filled the rest of their lineup with a bunch of duelists. So they engage in these mini confrontations all over the map, but they always have the power of Karthus to back them up. And Blaze can only fight really effectively as a 5-man unit because Kha'Zix, Graves, these are champions that are going to win those small skirmish engagements, especially with the power of Requiem coming in behind them.
Yeah,
and that's
very
exactly what we saw right there.
That's a brilliant strategy, actually.
Yeah, it's really smart.
Very nice. Baron being cleared out by Azubu Frost right now. They're going to try to set up for possibly their own Baron attempt. It's about 25 minutes into the game, so Baron does become a thing at around this time.
Yeah.
A thing to be considered, Monte Cristo.
So
and some things going in, warning Frost to back off a bit. And here's another one of those little 1v1 engagements. Shy versus Flame in the top lane. Flame just continuing to, try to get something done. He's 0-2-1. He's a bit up on farm, but he has had a rough time in the top lane.
Yeah, you can see that Shy also picking up those home guard boots and now going for that giant spell.
Yep.
He is a really scary duelist right now, and he's also been able to keep that tower up critically by using those Void Spikes to sustain off the Void Spikes, giving him that health as well. Very, very useful, just spamming that ability, and now they're going to go for a full-blown engage here.
Well, look at the zoning here, too. I mean, just basically taking the jungle of Azubu Blaze.
Yeah.
Well, that was a really great smoke screen by Graves to just make sure nobody decided to come through there.
Yeah, and Flame going to be able to take this turret right now, so they're just going to sacrifice it, but what do they want to trade it for? Mad Life again showing up with the oracles all the time, taking away that vision. Same thing he's done for the past 2 games.
They're going to try to catch Flame. I don't think they can get him, though. Yeah, Shy's not going to get him. Oh, barely. That was like 1 pixel away from getting him, man. It's very close. But in the end, Flame manages to escape to Ragnarok another day. And Frost will continue to keep that Baron pit more or less clear of wards.
Yeah, we have the single target damage, the burst that Frost can do with a pick right now is absolutely huge. So there's the ward going down. Glitterland's going to catch Rustboy a little bit. Ooh.
They're going to try to jump in on him, but he does get away. I just absolutely love the aggression from Mad Life, man. I mean, that is exactly how you play Lulu. The Observer's showing you right now, Lulu's 4-1-2, guys. Lulu has the most kills on the team.
Mad Life is God.
Mad Life is suddenly my favorite Lulu player. Sorry, Lost Boy, but Bloodthirsty Lulu wins every time, man.
So they're still continuing to patrol around this Baron pit. Now, Azubu Blaze, or Azubu Frost, excuse me, can do Baron very, very fast with this Karthus. So it's critical that Blaze actually maintain their presence right there. They can't let it go for even a minute.
Yeah.
And Leandri is now coming down on Rapidstar as well, trying to burn down the high HP targets.
Yep.
Of course, with champions that typically get a little bit more HP, like Rise and Olaf. Rise more than a standard AP carry at least. Wow,
Yep.
Templar trying to engage right there.
He's a brave guy, man. Stepped in a trap and decided he wanted to get out of it by 1v5ing the team.
Yeah. So they have that percent damage. You also have the percent damage from Darkness passive as well. So they've got some good champions for burning down those high HP targets and some good itemization for doing it as well. Leandri's on that.
Operation Crazy Lulu coming in here. Nice glitter lance. Oh, what a great cataclysm. What a great wild growth as well. Meanwhile, in the back, Flame doing some damage to Rapidstar, but taking a lot in return. Shy jumping in. Here comes Requiem. Another kill for Rapidstar. Flame getting low. Helios as well. And it looks like it's going to be a really big win this time around for Azubu Frost. 1 for 4. A beautiful play there.
Yeah, and again, Frost just refusing to engage in a traditional team fight.
Yeah.
Mad Life coming around to create a situation where they just split it up into small skirmishes, and when you do that and you have the better duelists, that's how you win these team fights. Blaze not keeping clustered up.
Oh, goodbye, Ambition. It's been nice knowing you. Oh, he does get a kill. Makes it happen. All right, that's okay.
Yeah, but Lustboy now, the only champion left.
Yep.
Worm just going to go ahead and murder this inhibitor with his buddies, Cloud Templar and Mad Life.
The battle of snowballs versus bullets. I'm going to bet on bullets. In the meantime, a huge creep wave pushing down top lane as well. Man, I just love Mad Life. I love Mad Life playing Lulu.
It's hard not to love Mad Life.
Operation Glitterlance has been a huge success.
That's right, man. So while I go home and draw hearts around Static Shiv, you're going to be going home with like pictures of Mad Life, pasting them into your diary.
I will,
grand
man.
hearts.
It's true. He's Glitterlance my heart, and I'm slowed. I'm gonna write a '90s alternative rock song about my love for Mad Life playing Lulu.
Oh my God, I would.
It's gonna be in the style of the Gin Blossoms, and it's gonna be amazing.
Oh. Make it happen, League of Legends community. Doa will sing it. You write, I will ensure that Doa sings it.
Sure, I'll do that. I'm gonna buy a guitar soon. Give me the tablature and I'll play it too. Because I can't actually read music, it's really embarrassing. It's about embarrassing as this dragon trying to fight Cloud Templar and Wound. It's not gonna happen.
It's definitely not gonna happen. So Warmog's now in Shy, so he's almost finished his Muramana right now. I'm not sure if he actually has stacked up his tier all the way, but he's got the longsword.
Yep.
Waiting for that extra burst of damage that's going to give him.
Almost ready.
It is so close. Seraph's Embrace now coming down on Ambition, so he's opted to go for that. He has had problems staying alive against the burst from Azubu Frost, so it makes sense that he would get that instead of Muramana this game. Because his sustained DPS ultimately the most valuable thing, and if he's dead, he can't do that, can he, Doa?
No, it's a little bit harder to do when you're dead. It's not going to be a very likely situation. Yeah, in my experience anyway. I don't know about you. Mad Life can do whatever he wants, but I love it that Mad Life and Woong have the they have the exact same kills, deaths, and assists right now.
Well, you know, Mad Life, I mean, he's just so good on so many champions. It's like impossible to stop him.
Here comes Shy. He's going to jump in on Flame. Can they capitalize on this? Forcing him back, trying to force that fight at Baron.
So what Blaze needs to do is,
they
just need to make sure that they're clustered up. They can't get in a situation where they can be separated into those little skirmish groups again. They can't be picked off in lane. But if they can cluster, and all they really need is one good Curse of the Sad Mummy and one good, or a couple good cooldown rotations from Rise, and they will do really well in a team fight. So can they set that up is the question.
We'll see.
We'll see.
They're under so much pressure right now. I mean, especially after losing that inhibitor, that it's going to be really tough for them to do any decision making in terms of where they fight, and how they fight. It's a Baron attempt by Azubu Frost. Can they get him in time? He's getting low. Mad Life zone with Glitterlance, no problem.
Walls 8 and Glitterlance pretty much sealed the deal on that one. There wasn't going to be a way for Blaze to engage.
Pain of Glitterlance. And here we go. Frost pushing in this top lane right now. It looks like they have this game pretty locked down. You know, I mean, there's the outside chance of a fight like you described happening, but it looks like Frost is on the verge of 3-1ing this.
Well, they do have an 8,000 gold advantage, so that's definitely going to help them out.
Yeah.
And they're able to take these turrets very effectively. Wall of Pain, look at the zone that they've got to work with here.
Oh, yeah.
Smoke screen going to prevent those auto attacks. Wall of Pain going to help force them back. Glitterland's going to make it very difficult for Blaze to engage. Void spikes as well with the unseen threat.
You know, Woom got a little bit out of position again. He likes to do that. And what was that?
I don't know.
Wow.
The Korean commentators managed
Something we have the Korean commentators in our ears. Oh, they're taking over. All right. So that happened. The siege continues, though. Azubu Frost trying to find a way to come in. We're going to see the great wall of traps here in front of things. And Woom getting very, very close. But the poke from Void Spikes is just going to be so good as well. Here comes Woom now coming in behind that wall of pain. And Woom has to quick draw away. Cloud Templar taking some damage here. Gets netted, gets prisoned, but manages to survive. And in the meantime, down in mid lane, Ambition has to pull back. This could be their chance.
Yeah, the traps are really dangerous when Ryze is on the team. He's now in bot lane, obviously, but eating a cooldown rotation from Ryze at this point is really painful. As we saw even the ultra-tanky Templar take more than 50% of his health bar from that trade, just from stepping on that one trap.
Yeah.
Gotta be careful. But the inhibitor in mid is back up now.
Yep, Shy zoning people out once again with the Void Spikes. They want to get that inhibitor again. Oh, Rapid Star has to flash in. He has to make something happen. There's the curse. Ambition gets one kill. Can he follow it up? Here comes Requiem. Ambition in trouble. There's the absolute zero. You know, actually, Azubu Blaze handled that okay, but in the end, they're still going to lose the inhibitor.
They're too far behind now.
Yeah,
so,
it's just too much.
That was a very good fight for them, and that was the kind of fight that they wanted, but they wanted that fight 10 minutes ago.
Can you escape? Yes, you can. You can quick draw through that wall. Wound man, who knew that Graves had the ability to just go through walls like that?
All right, so Templar going to go ahead and take out those little golems, clear out the jungle on their way back to base. Regroup, buy some items. Now they've got those two inhibitors down before they try and drive the dagger into Blaze's heart.
Pretty much.
And I'm sorry, guys, I don't think we're going to get to see Bly pick today.
I don't think we are, no. You know, you predicted Frost winning 3-1 today, and it looks like that was pretty accurate. I think a lot of other people would have predicted that too. The game isn't over yet, but you know, with an 8K gold lead like Frost has, with two inhibitors down, it's going to take a miracle.
Yeah, especially now that Mad Life picked up Locket as well, as the observer was just pointing out. That is a very, very good item, of course, against the composition.
Yep.
That Azubu Blaze is running.
Yeah, most definitely. He's got Shirelias as well. I mean, he's got a great build.
Yeah, Warmog's interesting to say, but Warmog's on Woom, and that's just because Graves has that short range, and the Warmog is really going to help him stay alive if he gets hit by that Amumu ultimate or Rune Prison, because there's a lot of ways that he can get CC'd, and he's likely to get CC'd because he doesn't have the range that Caitlyn does.
Yeah,
so
absolutely. Oh, nice wall of pain there.
You know, his team isn't really hurting for attack damage because of Shy is another big source of that AD. So he's perfectly free to itemize with that Warmogs if he so chooses, which he has.
And it looks like, he upgraded his Q actually. Did not upgrade his ultimate, I believe.
What?
Yeah, well, aren't those no longer scythe hands? For the upgrade?
I
could be wrong. I have not played Kha'Zix personally, but for some reason those just look bigger than usual.
I haven't played Mecha Kha'Zix. That's a difference. I can tell easily on normal Kha'Zix, but
that's true too.
This skin is
I don't know. It just jumped out at me for some reason.
Yeah, you may be right. I just don't know.
We'll see. That's a lot of minions. That's not something you want in your base.
Yeah,
in case you guys didn't know. So here comes the push in bot lane.
Yeah, Fish is going to have to use his ult to clear that as well. Well, the rest of this inhibitor turret takes some more chunks out of it.
Yeah, Mad Life taking some chunks of damage himself here.
Got to be a little careful right there, but
you know, Shy's damage output really isn't as high as we've seen from other Kha'Zix. Obviously, it's because of the way he built, but you know, still
Well,
it's not going to be quite as much poke as we've seen from like a mid Kha'Zix in a lot of cases.
that Muramana, now that he's completed it, now that he has Brutalizer, if he ever hits somebody alone, would taste their fear, it's going to chunk them for, like, no joke, like 50% of their life bar. He can kill Captain Jack in one rotation right now with that item. Like, this is actually a crazy late-game Kha'Zix build, but once you get that Muramana, my God, are you going to be doing a lot of damage.
Well, we'll see if he can do it.
I would love to see it, just because I think it would be incredibly entertaining. I don't think that Blaze is going to give him a chance to find somebody alone right now, but you never know.
I doubt it. Helios caught a little bit alone, though. He's going to do the curse, but he's going to get taken out. Another kill for Lulu. Oh, yeah. I'm sorry, I'm so biased towards Lulu, but accept me for what I am, Monte Cristo.
A lover of the Lulu.
I'm just happy about the killing blows for Lulu.
5-1 and 7 for Mad Lion.
Guessing like a boss. Here we go. This is what you wanted. Oh, the damage on Captain Jack, man. Yeah, it's pretty much what you said. You were pretty accurate in terms of the amount that would do.
Yeah.
There we go. Well, we got to see it. Shy and Flame dueling as the inhibitor goes down, and Flame's going to lose that duel, it looks like.
Yeah, nobody can actually duel Shy at this point.
Yep. Certainly looks that way, man. He has been tasting so much fear.
That's right, man.
Tastes like delicious candy to him.
That's right. Fear. This world is delicious. That's what Kha'Zix likes to say.
And he's right.
It really is.
Yeah.
You know what's especially delicious? Korea. It's probably the most delicious part of the world,
the food.
actually.
The Korean food is amazing. I don't know. It's easy to get sidetracked talking about Korean food because it's so good.
Kha'Zix would love this part of the world.
He would. He'd reform his murderous ways and just eat Korean barbecue all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know I was civilized when I came out here.
That's right. Like Monte Cristo used to like chase deer through the forest and jump on them like Twilight style and
that's me.
Tear their throats out with his fangs.
But not anymore.
Actually, I kind of look like the Twilight guy today. My makeup is so pale.
It so is.
They just forgot to put on the sparkles. Otherwise, I was going to be going like full Edward Cullen cosplay today.
It's all right. I'll bring the glitter next time, man.
Thanks. I know I can count on you, Monte Cristo. I appreciate it.
Anything for a friend.
It's good to know I've got a co-caster that's willing to make my makeup look more like Twilight characters. I can sleep better at night now.
We're all in this together.
That's right.
And by this, I mean making you do a Twilight cosplay.
I think everybody's kind of in on that one. Inhibitor, it's back up, but not for long. Here's the run in. There's a Wild Growth. Welcome to the Arena Ambition. You're not going to make it out. I'm sorry. Captain Jack on the outskirts doing a lot of damage until Shy comes in, and he's going to chase that. There's Requiem. Will they be able to end the game right here? Woong, actually a bit of trouble here. Woong is not going to make it out. Oh, man. Look at that.
I don't even know
what in the world just happened.
Woong was incredibly out of position right there.
They got Azubu Frost got wounded right there, man. I think it happened. They're so far ahead though. I mean, the inhibitors are still dropping left and right.
Yeah, I don't know if they're going to actually be able to save these turrets. I mean, they did manage to save their central inhibitor, so the push is going to be a lot less. Shy diving really, really deep there as well on an attempt to.
Yeah, he really did.
I mean, both Shy and Woong, they're trying to just get that killing blow.
We're going to have an intervention with Shy because his needing to taste everyone's fear is getting in the way of his normal roles in the team.
That's right. Well, Captain Jack did make it back to base. And by the way, Captain Jack has 450 CS right there compared to Woong's 293. So doing everything he can. And of course, the push on the base has helped him achieve that goal.
Yeah.
100%. So yeah, it's not just that he farmed well in lanes, that there have been so many minions flooding into Blaze's base that it's been very easy for him to CS. But you see that he has hit that insane late game Caitlyn build. He has that GA. So this is a situation, though, that's looking a lot like MVP White versus KT Rolster A when Imp went totally insane with Caitlyn and got that pentakill while the Nexus was burning down. This is almost exactly the same situation. But late game Caitlyn with Nunu, oh my God, like literally Captain Jack may be able to 1v5 their entire team. We actually did see
see that happen.
We did see Imp. This is a game that happened.
Yeah.
It was one of the most epic endings to a game of League of Legends where MVP White's AD carry Imp was playing 6-item Caitlyn, 1v5 KT Rolster A as super minions were beating down his Nexus. Penta-killed KT Rolster A, and while all of Rolster A was dead, Rolster A won the game with super minions. It was the nuttiest thing.
It was pretty incredible.
So
I feel like right now if you combine score with another support. You get Mad Life playing Lulu. His KDA is actually 13 right now in this game.
Yeah, so see if Captain Jack can have the same luck. He is just going to do ridiculous damage.
Yeah.
Has that Bloodthirster, Last Whisper, Infinity Edge. Craziness.
Yep. And Mad Life having to use his W on himself to get out of there. Shy trying to taste the fear of ambition. Let's taste the fear of ambition. That sounds like the setup to a self-help seminar, doesn't it?
So does. I love it.
Well, we're kind of waiting for this last inhibitor to go down. Nice Glitter Lance, actually. Slowing down Captain Jack, forcing him to just be on the retreat. Helios comes in right now. Can he get a good Curse of the Sand Mummy? It's pretty good. Absolute Zero coming down. Hits right after the Zonius finishes. Oh, man. Instantly nuked Rapid Star. There's Requiem, though, doing a lot of damage to Azubu Blaze. And Woom getting chased. Captain Jack. Oh, man, the damage from him. And Captain Jack takes on Woom. What is going on, Monte Cristo?
This is the 6-item Caitlyn with Nunu. It is so strong, Noah. We talked about this before this game.
And
but they managed to save that inhibitor.
It's the beginning of a comeback, maybe.
Shy needs to take that thing down. Can he sneak in there and do it?
If
Can he do the deed?
If they win this game, it's going to be
the most
craziest comeback in the history of League
of all time. And there's the inhibitor coming back up.
Wow.
And now, look at this. We're 44 minutes into this game. We actually have an insanely high gold total for 44 minutes.
Yeah.
This has been a really, really farm-oriented and a relatively high-kill game so far. But look at this, 371 in Ambition.
I know.
484.
Captain Jack's going to hit 500 CS this game.
Yeah.
He very well could hit 500 CS this game.
Yeah, so despite the fact that it's 9 towers to 3, we're like, Blaze has been down Barons, they've been down Dragons. They're actually only like 3,500 gold behind, 4,000 gold behind, because they have such redonkulous farm.
You just used the word redonkulous.
I had to, man. That's the only way to describe it.
You just became like the most frat boyest dude bro in the entire world just now.
Oh, well, my life's ambitions.
Which one of the American Pie movies is your favorite, Monte Cristo? Jeez.
And now, of course, Nunu going to be getting the Stark's Fervor as well. So increasing that attack speed from Captain Jack even more. Captain Jack is now Obi-Wan Kenobi, the only hope for Azubu Blaze. Can he actually pull this iron out of the fire? Like, I am so interested. Like, this is now a very fascinating game.
He's got GA. He's like, if you kill me, you only make me stronger. It's like, no. I don't know about that. Woong is totally the Darth Vader of Azubu Frost, though.
He has traded in his boots for Zephyr.
Yes! I like it.
So he's going to be relying on Blood Boil for movement speed, so he and Lustboy are now the inseparable duo.
They are indeed.
Oh my god, 18,600 gold for Captain Jack, 500 CS.
It's like King Kong and his girlfriend.
What?
From the movie King Kong. Although,
oh my god, what is his attack speed right now? 2.1.
It's pretty quick. 2.1 attacks per second. I'll take that. I mean, he does seem to be attacking very quickly. Yep.
So he gets the movement speed from Zephyr as well, but that's only 10%. But he does have tenacity from it also, which will be really helping him. I really like this switch out. In Season 2, of course, sometimes we'd see them trade in boots for Phantom Dancers, but Zephyr actually seems a bit more practical, especially with Nunu.
All the inhibitors are back right now. Azubu Frost trying to come in. Oh, man.
Blaze still has a very strong team fight. Again, that perfect Nunu and Ryze and Caitlyn combination can still just wipe the floor with Frost.
Well, the other thing, too, is right now Frost is very spread out.
So
Baron is worn off. It has not come back yet, I believe.
Yeah, it's not, now that all the inhibitors are up, there's actually a threat. Ooh, actually Azubu Blaze getting over.
This is bad. It's bad. Here comes Shy coming in. There's the absolute zero. Can they get the win? Rapids are getting very low as well. A kill already. Shy goes down. Can Captain Jack do it? There's the double kill. Can he continue? Azubu Blaze Templar getting very low. I just said Azubu Blaze Templar. There's the triple kill.
For the triple.
Oh, man.
3 kills for Blaze, and Baron is up. They're going to charge down the middle. We may see a base race. Noah Woong is sitting up in the top lane. This would be the single most insane comeback in League of Legends.
Before Captain Jack sold his boots, he's like, you haven't even seen my final evolution. Now that he's out, I can't believe this. Woong and Mad Life the only ones alive. Can they burn through the turrets fast enough, though? I don't know.
They have 25 seconds. They can at least get an inhibitor here, I think. We
They
have
can.
Wound coming back right now. Ambition went to bot lane to stall him.
Here comes Rocket Wound.
And yeah, they're going to take, nope, they're going to go back. They're going to go for Baron instead.
Man.
So they're just going to go for Baron with this extra about 20 seconds they have before the smite on Templar comes back up.
Yeah, it should be time. It should be time to get Baron. Ambition already working on it. He could probably solo Baron. Here comes Helios, bandage tossing in there. Needs to be a little bit careful about his health. He is very low. He does not have Curse of the Sad Mummy up as well. And now they need to really hurry. Shirelia's immediately as they move back to the base, and they're just going to recall. Yeah, Helios, I don't know why he's not recalling right now. Oh, he's going to go ahead and try to push that lane up top, I guess, but...
Okay, so I just want to point out right now that I can't remember a game where we had nearly 150,000 gold by only 50 minutes.
Yeah, this is insane, man.
This is such a high economy game that we're watching right here. We've got the kills to back it up. We have the global objectives to back it up.
Yeah.
And most importantly, we have the farm streaming into the base due to the downed inhibitors from Blaze that they've been able to get 538 farm by 50 minutes. This must be some sort of record that we're looking at right here. Now they've managed to pick up Baron, and these teams didn't even...
Oh, Wound. Oh, they saw him. They saw him.
If he had
it's the great Wound chase. Helios is going to try to pick him off. Wound goes down. Oh, what a huge break for Azubu Blaze. Do you believe in miracles, Monte Cristo?
Oh my God,
it may
I can't
happen
believe
here.
We're watching it. So Ambition, look at his build. He's got Frozen Heart, Guardian Angel, and Banshee's Veil charging up the middle, trying to keep these lanes pushed. Now the rest of his team going to come up there, but Shy intent on the back door. We may see a base race right here.
We very well could, guys, and there's a lot less for Frost to work through than for Blaze. Ambition's going to go back. Okay, he's going to try to prevent it. Shy is going to take out at least one inhibitor. They're all going back. Okay, so they want to...
They're tanking the turret. They're going to try and trade here. Home guard boots coming down, but I don't think he's going to be able to deal with Shy. They're going to back off. They're going to preserve.
That's right. Oh, Mad Life. Mad Life. He gets Rune Prison. He may be in trouble. Oh, Mad Life. He gets bandage toss, and that is it. Wild Growth is not going to save you, man.
And they're going to come around and turn their attention onto this other inhibitor. Inhibitor down for Azubu Frost, however. Templar and Shy having to back out. Rune Prison, a very real threat right now.
Could be big. There it is.
Templar.
That's right. There's Curse of the Sad Mummy. Templar gets out of it. He will not get out of everything, though. And another kill for Ambition. Oh, another kill for Captain Jack. Are you kidding me?
Azubu Blaze is going to win this game, Doha.
I think they are.
This is the most insane comeback I think I have ever seen in League of Legends. You guys are having, this is a treat for you guys to watch this live.
This is insane. All three inhibitors were down for Azubu Blaze at one point in this game.
And Wound going to go back and try and backdoor this to push them back, but they've got 40 seconds to make this happen, and they are so tanky.
There's a wall of pain.
And so here we go.
This is
coming
so
up
close,
into the base. Both turrets are at full HP. Captain Jack is going to take it.
Die so fast.
Goes down.
Captain Jack is just going to absolutely own this. Oh my God! Azubu Blaze is going to win Game 4! Oh man! Azubu Blaze coming back from 3 inhibitors down! Wins with the base trade, and we are going to the blind pick game, Monte Cristo. Captain Jack, can we just nominate him as Player of the Year for 2013? I know it's like January 7th, but let's do it. It's probably not even what day it is. No, it's the 9th. I have no idea. I just cast an amazing game.
What?
I can't believe that happened. All I gotta say, Champions Winter, man. That's just what happens here.
Oh my God, and this is what that KT Rolster A versus MVP White game could have been. Azubu Blaze coming back with insane poise. Captain Jack with the moves to make that happen. 51 minutes, 566 DS, total domination, 23,000 gold on Captain Jack that game. Whoa.
I'm stunned. I'm stunned, man. All I gotta say is if you know anybody in your friends or family or anyone that you have in your phone list right now, call them and tell them to turn on the stream, because this next game is going to be probably one of the most crazy games of League of Legends you've ever seen.
Oh, it's going to be, I mean, Blaze got to feel good about pulling that one out.
Yeah,
Helios
no
right there.
Oh man, I've got tears in my eyes. That game was so incredible.
Yeah, there's Cloud Templar. They're going to have to rethink their, I mean, really,
lives.
A lot of that came down to Wound getting caught in the bot lane.
Yeah.
Because it allowed Blaze to run around the map and pick them off and force them into a situation where they had to backdoor. Stick around for blind pick game 5. Are you insane? Why would you not watch it after that?
Yeah. If you don't tell people about this game that's coming up, you don't like your friends. That's just what it is.
So true.
You don't like your family if you don't wake them up. I don't care if it's 6 a.m. where you are. Get mom and dad out of bed. You love esports and League of Legends anyway, so why shouldn't they appreciate that?